He kissed me too hard. Not sweet, not gentle, not like how you kiss someone you care about. His mouth crushed into mine like anger, like fire, like something burning down. I remember the moment his teeth scraped over my gland. Too sharp, too fast, and everything inside me screamed. It still stings, even now. My neck throbs like it no longer belonged to me, like something inside reject his scent. But the worst part? He looked at me after, like I did something wrong, like I steal something from him, like I belong to him and I break some unspoken rule. But he don't know. He never ask. Never ask why I freeze when lips get too close. Why I hold breath when someone smells too strong. Why I always wear scarf even when hot, or why I put 3 layers of blocker perfume every morning like ritual. He just assume I'm empty, untouched, waiting, but I'm not. I carry something, a memory, and scars, they don't show on skin. 1 year ago, I arrived in this city with only 1 suitcase and too many secrets. I find a small place near university, small enough to disappear, crowded enough to blend. My goal was simple: forget. Live quiet. No scent, no heat, no bond, just silence. But glands don't forget. No matter how much perfume you wear, no matter how many cold showers you take, it still wakes up sometimes at night when I dream of cedar and smoke, of warm skin and sharp breath, of that alleyway behind the red bar, where it all changed. He bit me there, not like lovers, not like fated, he bit me like a curse. It wasn't supposed to happen. He wasn't mine. I wasn't his. It was mistake, heat-fueled and messy. My body went soft, stupid with scent. His eyes weren't even focused, but his teeth found my gland anyway. And I never told anyone. I never registered it. I never let it heal right. I just ran, changed my name, moved cities, wore blockers until my skin broke out in rashes, kept my scent buried so deep even I forgot how I used to smell. Then he came, my new roommate. He had that alpha walk, that loud scent that filled the apartment even before he entered. I hated it, not because he smelled bad, but because my body noticed. That scared me more than anything. He wasn't gentle. Not at first. He stomped around barefoot, shirtless, always complaining about heat, or classes or some girl messaging too much. He didn't even look at me for first few days. But scent doesn't lie. I saw it, how his nose flared slightly when I passed by, how he lingered outside bathroom door after I showered, how his voice dropped low whenever I speak soft. He never said anything. But alphas don't need to speak. They feel. And my body traitor thing started responding. My blockers became weaker. Heat crept earlier. Gland felt itchy, sore, like waking from long sleep. I tried everything. Cold showers, sleep on floor, lemon juice on neck. Nothing worked, because it wasn't just my gland remembering now. It was my heart. I started noticing him too, how he tilt head when confused, how he laughed with his whole chest, how he leaned too close when talking, like scenting me was casual. I pretended not to care, but at night under blanket I cried, because I knew this wasn't fair. He didn't know the truth, didn't know there was already a mark hiding under my skin, buried, raw, but real. It wasn't his, and I couldn't tell him. How do you say, someone else bit me without permission? How do you say, I still feel it when I try to smile? You don't. You just pretend. You live each day like nothing ever happened. You laugh, cook dinner, watch stupid dramas, and try not to flinch when he walks too close. But scent is cruel thing. One night he returned from gym, sweat clinging to skin, towel over neck, scent wild and sharp. I was in kitchen, just cooking, nothing special, but I felt heat rise so fast my knees buckled. He caught me, arms around waist, face close. He asked, voice low, you okay? I nod, lie, always lie, but he didn't back away. Instead, he leaned in, too close, and kissed me, rough, hungry, like he waited forever. I didn't stop him, I couldn't, my body froze, my heart screamed, and then, he kissed my gland. Not gentle, just pressed lips, then teeth, too much, too hard, pain shot down my spine. Everything inside me recoiled. I gasped, pushed him back. He stared at me like I broke something inside him. I'm sorry, he said. I thought. I shook my head. You thought wrong, I whispered, but I couldn't tell truth. Not then. So he walked away, left the apartment, scent bitter and sharp like burned honey, and I sat alone, hands shaking, gland pulsing. I touched it, fingers trembling. It felt bruised. Not just skin, but deep. I wiped my neck with cold towel. Again. Again. But the ache won't leave, because kiss wasn't his to give. And pain doesn't listen to perfume. Pain remembers, so does the gland. So does the soul. When I move into that apartment, I just wanted quiet. Nothing more. Just walls that don't speak. Windows that open. A place where no one asked too much. He was already there. Alpha. Tall, warm skin, messy hair. His scent like deep cedar wood, heat-baked leather, and something wild under it. Like storm not arrived yet. He opened door with sleepy eyes and shirt halfway off his shoulder. I remember, I didn't breathe for 2 seconds, but I smiled, bowed a little, said I stay quiet. No trouble. He just yawned. Whatever. Don't touch my snacks. That was it. First few days we didn't talk much. I kept my collar tight. Blockers sprayed every 6 hours. I washed dishes exactly on time. I folded laundry even when it wasn't mine. I sleep with window open to let scent out, and I always leave before he wake up. He never noticed. Or maybe he did. One night, I come out to get water. Thought he's asleep, but he was on couch, shirtless, earphones in. He glanced at me, then look again, longer. Eyes dropped to my neck, to the faint red line peeking from under my sleep collar. My throat closed, I walked back. Next day he asked, voice casual, like joke, like tease. You always wear that collar? Even at home? I didn't answer, just smiled, shrugged. He didn't laugh. After that he started watching me more. Little things, how I stir tea with 2 hands, how I flinch when steam rise too fast, how I always sit near windows like I need air. He started staying home more, cooking loud, leaving scent trails on purpose. He'd walk past me just to brush shoulder, stand too close in kitchen when reaching for spices. One time his hand brushed my wrist. Just a second. But my skin burned like memory. And he froze, didn't pull back, didn't say sorry. Just looked at me. Like question, like want. I avoided him after that. Even wore double layers of scent blocker. Didn't work, because his scent was everywhere. On the sofa, the towels, my pillow. I couldn't sleep. My body started reacting again. Gland throbbed dull beneath skin. Old mark itched under perfume. Heat stirred low in my stomach. I count days. Watch the moon. I still had time. Or so I thought. That evening it hit too early. I was in kitchen, hands wet from cutting apples. Suddenly warmth spread in spine. Sharp, deep, crippling. I gasped. Dropped knife. Fell against sink. My legs gone weak. No, 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 not now. Not here, not again. I ran to bathroom. Locked door. Shaking. Heat came like flood. My scent leaking out despite blockers, despite prayers. I pressed towel to neck, bite down to stop sound. But I knew he'd smell it, and he did. His footsteps stopped outside the door. I felt it, his scent hitting the wood. Like wave. Like warning. Like comfort. He didn't knock. Didn't speak. Just stayed. I curled on cold tiles, body trembling, mind spinning. But outside, he sat. I heard him shift, breathe. The way his scent curled under the door, it was soft, not wild, gentle, not demanding. It wrapped around me, held me without touch. I cried, silently, because I didn't understand why he stayed, why he didn't break door, or run. Just stayed. 3 hours passed, then 4. I opened door a little before dawn. He was asleep, sitting against frame, arms crossed, eyes closed, but scent still strong, like he guarded me with it. He opened his eyes slowly, looked up at me, didn't ask, didn't touch, just said one thing. You okay now? I nodded. He stood, stretched, yawned, then walked away. No lecture, no joke, No comment. But I couldn't move, because I realized something that moment. His scent stayed longer on me than any other alpha. Even the one who bit me. Even the one who left mark. That night I washed myself 3 times. But when I lay in bed, all I could smell was him. And something inside me whispered, he's falling, and worse, so am I. The bell over the cafe door rang soft, like chime in dream. I didn't look up at first. My hands were shaking already. Coffee too hot, nerves already tight. Something in the air felt wrong. Then I smelled it. Smoke, cedar, heat, old scent, deep, familiar like scar. My whole body went still. Not still like peace, still like fear. I turned my head slow, too slow, and saw him. Him, the alpha. The first. The one who bit me behind that red bar. In that alley where rain never touched, he stood at counter ordering coffee. Like normal person. Like he didn't ruin me. My knees almost gave. I gripped table edge, nails digging wood. My breath shallow. Gland throbbed once, sharp and sudden. Like ghost bite waking from grave. His scent slid across the room like rope. Tied around my chest. Tight. I pressed scarf to neck. Lowered head. Hoped he wouldn't see me. But he did. His eyes met mine. Only for second. But I saw it. Recognition. Amusement. Then nothing. He turned away. Like I was nothing. I wanted to scream. But no sound came out. Just my body shaking. And he saw. Not the alpha. My roommate. He sat across from me. He saw everything. The way I froze. The way I turned pale. He followed my eyes. Smelled the shift. His scent flared, dark, thick, protective. He didn't ask, didn't speak. But something in his gaze changed that moment. We left early. I don't remember how we walked home. The world felt blurry. My heartbeat not mine. I locked myself in bathroom. Scrubbed skin till raw. Gland red again. But scent won't go. Not his. Not mine. Not even my roommates. It all mixed in air like storm. That night, he knocked. Not loud. Just once. Open the door. I didn't. I sat on floor. Arms around knees. My back cold against tile. But he kept standing outside. Minutes passed. Then, I saw him, he said. Voice low, controlled. I saw how you shook. I closed my eyes. Silence again. Then softer. Did he hurt you? I bit my lip. Didn't reply. But maybe silence was answer. Door didn't open. But something else broke. Because later, when I finally stepped out, he kissed me. Hard. No words. Just fire. He held my face, lips crashing down like he wanted to erase memory. His scent exploded. Deep, angry, possessive. I tried to pull back. He didn't let go. I tasted him. Cinnamon and heat, and something bitter underneath. Then his lips found my neck. My gland. I gasped. Too late. He kissed it. No bit it. Not full bond. But hard enough to bruise. Hard enough to leave mark. I cried out. Pain flared. Heat shot through spine. I shoved him away. Hands shaking. What are you doing? He looked at me. Breath heavy. Scent wild. I'm your alpha now. Those words, they cut. Worse than bite. Worse than anything. Because I screamed back. No, someone already did. His face broke. Like something inside him shattered. He stepped back. 1 step. 2. His scent turned cold. Bitter. He stared at me like stranger. Like he didn't know who I was anymore. And then, he left. Just walked out. No shoes. No jacket. Just gone. Door slammed soft. I stood frozen. My neck burning. My heart in pieces. Later I stood under shower. Water too hot. Skin turning red. I scrubbed my gland again and again. But his scent, still there. Still clinging. Still burning. Like the bruise meant something. Like it belonged. And I couldn't stop crying. His rut came without warning. Not slow. Not gentle. Not like stories say. It hit like storm. Scent thickened air. Burned my throat. Walls could not hold it back. It seeped through like smoke. Sweet, sharp, dark with hunger. I smelled it from hallway. His door locked. Bolted. Scratches on wood from inside. I could hear him breath heavy. Body shifting, low growls breaking silence. I knew this scent. I knew what it could do, what it meant. I should have run. I should have left apartment, stayed with friend, called someone. But I didn't move. My legs stayed frozen. My chest too tight. My skin too hot. Because my body, it responded. Like idiot. Like traitor. My gland, already sore from his last kiss, began to throb again. Slow, dull ache crawling up neck. I sprayed blockers again, and again. The scent still found me. Still crept under my skin. I locked myself in my room. Pressed pillow over face. Didn't help. I could still smell him. Cedar. Sweat. Rut. His alpha scent wrapped around me like invisible chain. Each hour it grew stronger. I felt it pulling me. Calling me. Like moon dragging tide. Like flame calling moth. At midnight I broke. I opened door. Just a little. And scent hit me like slap. My knees buckled. I held wall. Breath sharp. Skin burning like fire lit under it. His door creaked open before I could stop. It wasn't locked anymore. He stood there, eyes red, lips parted, sweat on chest, shirt torn open. His scent, God, it was wild. He looked like someone else. Or maybe, he looked too much like himself. His eyes found me. He didn't speak, just moved. Slow. Like stalking. I stumbled back, but my back hit wall. Nowhere to go. He stepped closer. Closer. My body screamed from inside. Gland pulsed. Heat climbing spine like fever. But my heart, it cried too. Because I remembered that kiss. That bruise. That burn. He reached me. Didn't touch yet. But I felt him. His scent pressed into me like second skin. Then his hand grabbed my wrist. Not rough, but firm. Final. Our eyes locked. His voice came low. Ragged. Say it's me. I didn't move. He leaned closer. Breath on my cheek. Say it's me, he whispered again. Let me be your alpha. My eyes stung. Tears fell. I didn't stop them. I shook my head. You already burned me. He flinched. My voice cracked. How can I let you love me now? Silence. Heavy. Thick with scent and regret. He looked away. Hand dropped. He stepped back. Then he turned. Walked away. Didn't speak again. Didn't look back. Just left room. Left me alone. Scent still all over me. Still wrapped around my wrist like ghost. I slid down wall. Sat on floor. Cried into my knees. Because part of me wanted him to stay. The van smelled like metal and old cologne. I couldn't scream. My hands were tied. Mouth gagged. My gland already heating up. I knew that scent. Knew it too well. Cedar. Smoke. Spice that curled inside lungs like poison. It was him. The alpha who bit me. The one who marked me without permission. He sat in front seat, calm like nothing wrong. Window cracked open. His scent leaking in like fog. You still smell like me, he said. I wanted to throw up. He took me to a house. No, a cage dressed like one. Basement cold. Concrete. Chains on wall. He pushed me in. Shut door. Left me in dark. Only light came from vent above. Only warmth came from his scent, pouring in slow. Trapped air, and something inside me trembled. Not in want, but fear, because I remembered this. The scent that once triggered my first heat, the bite that never healed right, the ache that made me run. And now I was back here. Like circle that never ended. He came back in hours later, shirt half open, gland glowing faint on his neck like warning sign. Your body remembers, he said, stepping closer. I never heard you say no. I flinched. My heat hadn't come fully yet, but scent tricks already working. He must have dosed air with enhancer. Artificial rut. Smart. Cruel. But it didn't work. Because something had changed. My body didn't react like before. It felt off. Wrong. I waited for collapse. For surrender. It never came. Instead, I felt him. My alpha. Faint. Far. But there. That warm honey scent. Sharp pine. My roommate. My body pulled toward it. I pressed hand to chest. My heart aching for something real. I didn't know how. But I knew he was coming. Hours passed. I drifted in and out. My glands swollen now. My skin burning. But still, Not for the one in room. Not for the alpha who bit me. Only for him. Footsteps echoed upstairs. Then, a crash. Yell. Walls shook. Then silence. Then his scent, like roar, like home. Door burst open. And he stood there. Hair messy. Eyes wild. Pheromones flooding space like wave. No words. Just a growl. One low, deep sound. The other alpha collapsed, like command passed through blood. He never touched him, didn't need to. His scent crushed everything. Only thing I could smell now was him. He crossed room in 2 steps, fell to knees, untied me, his hands shaking, but gentle. He pulled me into coat, warm, safe, held me close, pressed forehead to mine. Our breaths tangled. I smell you now, he whispered, voice cracking. You're only mine. I didn't answer, just cried. Because for first time, my body agreed. I thought rescue was end, but endings, they don't come easy in my world. Not when scars still glow under skin. Not when scent still carries old names. We came back that night. He held me tight the whole ride. Said nothing. But his scent, it never left me. It wrapped around every inch of me like shield. For once I let it. I sat on his bed, still in his coat, still trembling. He knelt in front of me, hands bloody, eyes tired. He whispered, "You're safe now." I believed him. Until morning came. And truth arrived with it. I got message from someone I used to know. Old contact. One of few I still trusted. They said, he wasn't random. The alpha who bit you, he was sent. Paid. My heart stopped. Hands went cold. I stared at the screen for a long time. The next line said everything. By your roommate's family. My world cracked again. I stepped out, found him in kitchen, making coffee. Shirt half open. His back to me. So normal. So quiet. I asked. Voice flat. Did you know? He turned. Frowned. Know what? I showed him the message. His eyes moved across screen. Slowly. Then froze. He went pale. Then his knees gave. He sat on floor. No. I didn't speak. He looked up. Tears already in his eyes. I didn't know. He sounded like he couldn't breathe. I swear, I didn't. They told me they'd find someone to scare off suitors. Someone to protect the family name. They never said it was you. My lips trembled. You ruined me. He crawled forward. Reached for my hand. I didn't know. I pulled back. Silence. Then I whispered. I changed my name. I ran away. I erased myself. His voice broke. I looked for you. No, you didn't. I did. But you were gone. I didn't know what I was looking for. You wore blockers, you hid everything. Because I was scared. He dropped his head. I deserve your hate. I stood there, breathing slow. My gland ached again. But not from fear. Just ache. Old. Deep. I sat down. Slowly. He looked at me like he couldn't believe I stayed. I still carry the mark. I said. His hand reached, then paused. Can I? I nodded. He leaned in. Gently. Pressed lips to my gland. Soft. Warm. This time. No fire. Just quiet. Tears slipped from my eye. He held me. And for once I let him. He whispered. You're mine. And I whispered back. Now I choose you.